What's up guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to the latest episode of the challenge series. This is a series of videos cataloguing my journey on a full playthrough of the game where we summon 2 bosses every time we do a boss fight. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for future content. Let's jump into it. Alright, welcome to episode 3 of the challenge series. This is the series where for every boss fight, we summon 2 versions of each boss to make the boss fight twice as hard. In today's episode, we're gonna start preparing for the Elder fight. And also, it makes sense to start getting some portals up and running, because it's going to make it a lot easier just going backwards and forwards to where the Elder is. So we've got quite a lot to do to prepare for this fight. We've also got to bear in mind that this is also the Bronze Age part of the game, which means we're going to have to farm tons of copper and tin, which is one of the more time-consuming things in the game. So it's going to take much longer to prepare this next fight than the last one, of course. So before we get started, I'm going to stash away any items I don't need and edit out a lot of this sorting. In fact, something we should probably do is get started on a whole new set of shelves in this storage room for all the new mats we're going to be gathering. That's definitely something I'm going to do right now. I'm happy to say that I don't have enough wood to expand the storage room, which means we get to start this episode with everyone's favorite moment, an epic wood gathering montage. Let's get it. Uh-oh, we're being invaded from the forest. All right, let's take care of this cheeky raid event before we carry on with the storage expansion. Now would be a very good time to have a lot of fires. All right, I'm going to chill up here. Let's use some arrows. We need a little bit of time to heal, really. Oh, this is working nicely. Level 3 flint axe actually just slays grey dwarfs. Alright, back to working on the storage system. Alright, so the storage expansion's now done. Super happy with this. Also super happy that we made the decision to even make this entire floor dedicated to storage, because this is going to be awesome when we're done. But yeah, I've labeled a few boxes. We've got offerings to store items that we need to summon bosses. And then, yeah, we'll just label the other ones as we go. Oh, yeah. It's probably also worth bringing up that, yeah, since we just got invaded, I probably should consider building some base defenses for raids. Because even though, to be honest, raids aren't the biggest deal, even the worst raids, it's not that much of a big deal to just recover from and just repair stuff. It is an annoying inconvenience if you don't set up defenses. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right this moment, but sometime soon, perhaps in the next episode or 2, we probably should build defenses. Or maybe we'll do it later in this episode. Let's just see how we get on. But I just felt like it was worth mentioning at this point that obviously raids are going to start to happen now, and we just got one and it wasn't ideal. So maybe we should set up some defenses. I just remembered to put this rug down to increase our comfort so we can get bigger rested. It's going to be useful. Alright, I want to make a load of pickaxes out of all this antler. So I'll gather a little bit more wood. And yeah, that way we'll just be able to mine as much copper and tin once we get to the Black Forest. Alright, so we officially have 6 antler pickaxes. So I'm going to take a few with me. And I think the next thing to do is to just get started farming a little bronze. We're going to want some nails and stuff. And I also want to make a bronze axe as soon as possible. Just so we can farm a ton of fine wood. So we can get started with our portals and stuff. Alright. Got some tin. Let's go. Oh, nice. Look at that giant chunk of copper. That's exactly what we need right now. Let's get working on that. This actually looks awesome inside this. So cool. Alright, we got enough to make 7 bronze. But actually we're going to need to make a forge and stuff as well. So it'll be less than that. But let's take this stuff back and officially start the bronze grind. Alright, our first forge. Let's go. Alright, so we've made our first bit of bronze. Trying to think where exactly I want to start. Definitely do want an axe, but also, especially because our base is not on the coast, which frankly is not great. We're going to want a cart to transport stuff, so I think I'm going to make some nails. I feel like it's worth mentioning that even though, yeah, we could just get a cart to transport all of our materials from the ocean, but we could just make another forge and just have another base somewhere on the coast that is basically just for crafting things with metals. Because even though if we did that, there'll still be like other things that we may want to bring back to our main base here with the cart. Most things like weapons, for example, let's say you make, you know, a bronze axe. They can be teleported. So like if we just make another base at the coast that we can just sail to when shipping all of our metals, we'll save a ton of time, because like literally 90% of stuff we'll be able to make at that forge on the coast, and it'll only be certain things for workbench upgrades and stuff they'd have to bring back to this base that can't be teleported, and everything else can just be teleported. So actually I think that's probably what we will do. We don't have to worry about it yet, but sometime within the next few episodes we'll probably make a second base at the coast specifically for just shipping and processing ores to and from. It's just so we don't have to cart all of our metals to the center of this island, because especially when we get onto grinding iron, it's going to be kind of a nightmare if we have to do that. So I think that's actually an awesome plan. So let's do that. But like I said, for now we can still work from here. We can still have a forge here as well, but I do think that's a good plan. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to sort some of these items real quick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and gather enough bronze to make a bronze axe so that we can farm fine wood to get started on portals. And once we've done that, I'm just going to start filling carts with bronze and bringing them back here. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with all my bronze farming. So maybe we should make some kind of bronze farming montage, kind of like we do with the wood, because we're going to need to do a ton of that in this series, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me swing a pickaxe for hours on end. So let's see if we can find some fun music for the bronze farming montage. Alright, now we've officially got our bronze axe, so that means we can start farming fine wood, which is awesome. Alright, there we go. A little bit of decoration. And some extra comfort. Now, we're going to do another trip to farm some bronze. But this time, we're going to fill up a whole cart. So this is probably going to be a much heftier bronze farming montage. Oh, we got a burial chamber again. We could really use a ton of cores. So we're definitely gonna go and explore this burial chamber. Hopefully we get a ton of useful stuff. Let's see. Oh, ghost. I'm so used to speedruns. Kind of felt like that was an emergency. Having a ghost run at me then, but it really isn't when we're equipped like this. Hell yeah, dude. This is exactly what we wanted. Just have to figure out what to drop. I suppose we are going to be bringing a cart at some point, so I don't want to drop this torch because I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. In fact, flint arrows, there's no point having. I love the amount of useful stuff you can get in burial chambers. Alright, this is so far so good. I can't reach in from up here. Alright, nice. Ooh, we just found another elder. That's actually kind of interesting. Is that an entire this whole way of archers? Yep. Well, luckily we have a level 3 club, so it's no big deal. Alright. I guess I'll drop some of this meat. I'm not really sure if we're gonna need many more bones, to be honest. I am collecting loot because obviously we're gonna want to get a strength belt at some point. This burial chamber is actually so stacked, it seems like. Well, that was definitely worth looting. Uh-oh. Troll alert. We should try and kill this guy and just get his mats. Some troll armor could be kind of nice. Whoops. Boom. Let's go. Alright, hell yeah. The advantage on being on a bronze run with a cart is that we can really just take any loot we want and yeah, just chuck it in the cart if we don't have space, which is awesome. Alright, I've got a cart full of stuff. It's not all just ores, but still a ton of useful stuff. So let's start the journey back home and then we'll go out for some more bronze again. Alright, let's actually start by placing a couple of smelters now that we've got some more cores and stuff. It's actually a nice little perk. Alright, we'll leave this smelting. I'll just stash some of this stuff that we just looted as well. We've actually been out longer than I thought because tons of our torches have gone out. So let's use some of this resin to relight these torches. Don't want it to get too dark. Right, I'm actually going to upgrade my forge a little bit. Let's see how far we can take it with the stuff we've already got. We've got anvils. And that's actually all we're going to have mats for until we smelt some more mats. It's a top tip when you're smelting ores and stuff. It actually takes 21 coal to do a full smelter. So just wait until just use one. You can just top it up and it'll definitely do a full smelter. So we're actually getting there with processing all of this bronze. But we should probably start establishing exactly how much bronze we're going to need because we're not going to be making everything. A lot of bronze is nothing more than a big time sink except for a few really useful things. Right, I think what I am actually going to do is, first of all, we're going to sort out and put away all of this stuff that's in this cart here. And then I think the way we're going to wrap up this week's episode, can I fit this in here? No, but that's good enough. Yeah, I think the way we're going to wrap up this week's episode is by, first of all, figuring out roughly what we're going to use bronze for and how much bronze we're going to need. We'll go and do one last bronze farming trip for the day. And then after that, I'll actually build some base defenses to at least just have something basic up to defend against raids Because yeah, it's going to become an issue. So I think we should actually get that done as sort of a priority. But first, let's finish just sorting out some of these mats. We should probably farm some more Grade War fires as well whilst we're at it. So we're definitely going to want a decent amount of fermenters, aren't we? I would honestly say 4 is a good amount. So let's call that like 20 bronze. In fact, we will be able to make this forge cooler to upgrade our forge a bit. Might as well do that before we go. So yeah, just remember 20 bronze for now. Alright, cool. Level 3 is good. Alright, anyway, so yeah, we're obviously going to need a cauldron as well. I think we should upgrade our bronze axe. And it probably is worth making the bronze armor, even though it's not that much better than troll. And if we fully upgrade it, it is actually going to be better though. Even though it's not that much better than troll armor, when you fully upgrade it, it is still better. And any advantage we can get, we should take. Because obviously the boss fights are going to be tricky. So basically 5, 10, 15. I don't know if we're going to bother with the bronze buckler or not. Yeah, I don't know. A lot. We're going to need a lot. That's my conclusion. I think for now, if we try and gather enough mats for about 40 bronze, that would be ideal. We do hypothetically have the mats to get started with the fermenter, but yeah, the thing is, we don't have a cauldron, so we can't make mead anyway. Definitely a lot more prep to do for this part of the challenge, so it might take an episode or two to be ready. I'm sure we can still have fun along the way. It's definitely worth killing any grade wolves that we see for eyes. Oh, you know what we should have done? Is set up a portal for portaling back with any portable mats. Let's actually go back and do that, because that way we can actually fill our cart with ores only, which even though it will mean that we're out for a long time and this farming session will be a big grind, it will ultimately be faster. So let's actually do that. Actually, this would be a great place to put a portal. Yeah, this way we can actually portal straight in here, store everything away. That's actually a really good idea. Stick with that. Put BF1, I guess. All right, let's try again. Let's head out. It's definitely worth going back for that though. I might head back to that copper vein first, just so we can cross it off the map. Hell yeah, that's how you shoot a bow in this game. Oh, another troll. Alright, that went pretty smoothly. Alright, back to the bronze grind. Cart time. You know what this cart reminds me of? It reminds me of all those epic ocean journeys in the vegan challenge. God, that was actually insane. Alright, I'm actually just gonna drop this portal there randomly. just to make sure I keep the mats for it. I'm going to start with tin this time. I want that cauldron on the go as soon as possible. Going to wait again till the coal goes down to 19. That's going to mean that now there's enough coal for a full smelter. All right. Now that we've got more of our bronze processing, it's officially time to make a start on some base defenses. And whilst there's several effective forms of base defense, my personal favorite is still a moat. So what I'm actually thinking is we build a moat around the house, but I'm also thinking we make the moat wrap around this patch here where we first started too, because we could use this outside area as our sort of smelter place. So we could maybe even spruce this place up and turn it into like a proper smeltery. So I'm going to try and build a moat that goes all the way around. All the way around. And we'll just have some sort of bridge to access our base that will then fortify the actual bridge area. So let's just get started. This is gonna take ages, so in the interest of time we'll probably speed this up a little bit in the video, but rest assured the recording session to make this episode has been several times longer than the recording session for any previous episode. So I'm going to go as deep as we can. See, if we thought this through, we could have built the base on actual north, south, east, west dividing lines, so the moat would have been straight, but it doesn't matter at all. It looked more realistic like this anyway, to be fair. So I suppose just in case there's anyone watching that's newer to the game, I should explain why I like to make moats. So moats are really effective because mobs simply won't be able to cross them, and they actually don't require any mats to make. All you have to do is just dig. So it's actually one of the easiest to make slash most effective ways to defend your base without just having to build a ton of walls and other fortifications, which can save a ton of time, and also looks really cool. Of course, you can still build walls as well as moats if you really want to, but you certainly don't have to. A moat alone is really good protection. And we do want a wide-ish berth from our doors and walls, because trolls may still be able to reach if you build the moat too close to a structure. If a troll has a log, still may be able to reach, so do want it to not be too close to any building. So initially I'm actually just sort of carving out the shape, the rough outline, let's say, of the moat, but we will go all the way down to bedrock. It's just starting at bedrock and doing it all at bedrock first time around. It's kind of hard to see where you're digging, so you can go off track quite a bit. Alright, let's get a load more ores going while we continue on with our boat building. We can actually place a cauldron now, so we should do that. I think what I'm going to do is destroy these cooking stations and have a cauldron here on this middle one. Alright, hell yeah. So let's get a load of health potion bases made. Alright, 4 is actually perfect. Should definitely keep an eye out for more queen bees at some point. But it's not a major bottleneck for us yet. However, it will become one later on. And now I'm actually going to make as many fermenters as we can, which should be 3 for now, and it'll be 4 soon. Because the sooner we get these fermenters going, the more potions we'll be able to have for the boss fight. I'm probably just going to temporarily just drop all this stuff here. We need about 80 more fine wood if we're going to go for 3. We should probably go for like 110 so we can go for 4, because we'll most likely have the mats for 4 fermenters by the time we get back, which means we can get all 4 mead bases on the go, which is about as much mead as we can manage to craft with the amount of honey production we've got going right now. So I think that's the best thing. Then we'll be being pretty efficient with our time. Not that it really matters, but it is. You don't have to rush the game. With this playthrough is obviously not a speed run. We're still taking our time, but it is kind of fun to try and optimize things still with your base and stuff and your production of things. It's actually going to look pretty cool once the moat is implemented. Right, I think I want to do my fermenters in this corner. Alright, let's need like 30 more fine wood, and we can do 2 more. Oh, we need the resin. Alright, there we go. We've got 4 fermenters on the go. That's awesome. We'll get plenty of potions in no time. Alright, let's continue with the moat. Try and get this done. Alright, we've carved out the basic shape. Now to do it all down to bedrock. Boom, that's it. We've officially completed the moat. Alright, that is officially going to do it for this episode. We've got our epic base defenses well underway with our completed moat. We got started with fermenting and farming bronze. So we made tons of really good progress today on preparing for the double elder fight. So next week, we'll build a bridge for the moat and see how much further we can get with the elder prep. Alright guys, that's just about going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for future content, and leave a nice positive comment for the YouTube algorithm. You can catch me live on this very YouTube channel or live on Twitch at twitch.tv/nickrawcliffe, so leave a link in the description if you're interested in that. You can support the content financially and help keep the dream alive over on Patreon at patreon.com/nickrawcliffe, so leave a link in the description if you're interested in that. You can follow me on social media and join the Discord at the links below. And until next time, have a good one.